Alright, what is up YouTube? We are back and we are going to be doing a bit of a gaming video now. Third video I should be posting today if this goes as planned. And what are we going to be playing? We are going to be playing the Resident Evil 7 teaser beginning hour. I have no idea if this is the actual start to the main game once that comes out or if this is a completely separate teaser experience. I did fiddle around with this just slightly, so we're going to be going through, and I'm going to be seeing most of this for the first time. I kind of started it and then decided I'm going to record it for you guys. I've played a little tiny bit of it just to make sure it was working and everything. Other than that, this is all going to be completely fresh for me, so you're going to be getting my actual first impressions. A little bit of history with Resident Evil for me. I've been playing Resident Evil games since the very first one on PS1. I've played basically every single one of them. Even the side spin-offs like Operation Raccoon City, I played through that. I finished it. Played all the Revelations. Played 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Code Veronica. The only one I can think of that I've never played is the most recent one, and I don't remember. I think it was called Umbrella Corps, actually, and it was just kind of like a really shitty spin-off competitive multiplayer. I don't think most people played it, so I didn't either. I might pick it up eventually if it's cheap, but I mean, I love Resident Evil. I've seen all the movies multiple times. I love them all. We're going to be watching all the cutscenes, by the way, so if you don't want spoilers or you just don't want, you can just skip ahead, but I haven't seen this, so I am going to be watching the cutscenes. Now, the only thing I do know about Resident Evil 7 is that it's meant to be more of a return to form, kind of trying to bring the series back to what like Resident Evil 1, 2, 3 were. I'm probably the only person as well that just never liked Resident Evil 4. I've tried to play it so many times and I just can't do it. And reversely, I actually really loved Resident Evil 5, even though, yeah, it wasn't really a horror game, it was more of an action kind of shootery game. But I loved it anyway. I did actually beat 6 as well, despite that game being a giant piece of crap. I kind of muscled my way through it and finished it. Loading, loading, loading. I don't know if you can see behind me, but probably not, because it is quite small, but I've got basically every single copy of Resident Evil games from PS2 to GameCube to Xbox 360 behind me. And in my display case, just to show you guys how big of a Resident Evil fan I am. I've got action figures for, I think it's Lupo from Operation Raccoon City. And I've got a action figure for Code Veronica, Claire Redfield. I've got a can of Resident Evil T-Virus energy drink that I don't know how old it is. It's probably gone off by now. I never opened it. It's just there for collection. Okay, so we have to get out of here. I don't have a videotape, obviously. I shall dash them against the stones. Okay, good for you. Ghost piano. I'm guessing that's missing a fuse. Danger stairs. So we're missing the fuse for the stairs. Yep, fuse is missing. I used needles and stuff, so I guess this place is a crack house. Open door. Alright. I'm hoping we get a gun at some point, because I do not like... I really don't like horror, quote-unquote, games where you are completely defenseless, like Outlast and those kind of games. I really don't like this. Okay, spooky. Whoa. Okay, a little bit of a stutter there. Yeah, like I was saying, I like horror games where you're not defenseless or dummy finger, or where it's more of a puzzle kind of thing. Check inventory. All right. Okay, so I'm guessing you can quick equip stuff and switch to it with the D-pad, and I have a dummy finger, part of a dummy hand made of celluloid. Alrighty. One of my favorite quote-unquote horror games of all times, other than Resident Evil, because I think if we're going with just favorite horror game of all times, it's going to probably be the original Resident Evil, to be honest with you guys. That's just a classic, and it was just such a great game. Yummy. But one that I actually got again recently, and a dead bird in a microwave. Yeah, one that I got again recently because they added it to the Xbox One, Xbox 360 backwards compatibility is Silent Hill Downpour on 360, which I bought off the Microsoft Store for a reasonable amount during one of the sales. Cockroach. Which I know is technically was a flop. Like, no one bought it. Okay, there's a keyhole. There's nothing. Okay, side note, but I really hate games. If you're gonna let me open drawers and stuff, let me open everything. It's just so annoying to... Because then you have to put the damn, like, press A to open this, but hey, you can't open this one for some reason. But yeah, as I was saying, Silent Hill Downpour, I know it was like a flop for most people. It's probably my favorite horror game that's not in the Resident Evil series of like all times. I got it again, I'm playing through it again, I'm loving it again. How I played that game originally, honestly, I did not like the combat that much, so I just played it the first time through. And I love this game for doing it. You had difficulty options for... Let's just grab this. Separate difficulty options, and that just teleported in, I guess. For the combat, you could get out if you had a key. Combat and puzzles had separate difficulty options, which I thought was brilliant, because then what I did is I just played through the whole game with the combat on easy, because I didn't like the combat. I'm kind of getting used to it now, but I didn't like the combat. I remember when I first played it, but I loved the puzzle aspect. Okay, so we got a videotape, and if you remember, there was a VCR in the room we started in, so we're just going to go back. Yeah, I love that about it. So that's what I was saying, is I don't mind games where... There's a button there. I don't mind game... Oh, that's creepy. I don't mind games if it's just puzzle. I, however, don't like games... Oh, that's not going to work because we don't have the fuse, right? Yeah. However, I don't like games if you're just there and you're completely defenseless. Stuff like Outlast, where you're just trying to run away from the monster all the time. I don't find that fun at all. So hopefully this game will give us a gun at some point. Those are dummies, but we can't do anything with them. Okay. So there's a switch up there, but we can't operate because we probably need to find that fuse first. That was the dummy finger, even though there's blood everywhere, but hey, it's a dummy finger, don't worry. And back to the junkie room, and we will insert the video. Thank you. But yeah, if you guys want a good horror game, Silent Hill Downpour, you can probably find it for cheap. I loved it. I can't say enough good things about that game. It took me forever to find. I was trying to find another physical copy, and I just couldn't do it. Okay.
Where did you find this guy?
So I guess
Give me
we're
a break,
watching
Pete.
this
Hey,
video.
I only work with professionals. Speaking of which, make sure the sound is right this time. I don't want a repeat of Amarillo.
That was 2 fucking years ago.
I don't do ADR.
Oh, okay, and we are controlling the video.
Not feeling it.
Again?
Just don't be surprised if we have to make a change. New plan. We do a walkthrough of the inside first, then we shoot the intro.
Just like we always do. Just try to say the show's name this time, okay?
No problem. Tonight on Sewer Gators, another worthless fucking shithole. Happy?
Ecstatic.
No idea how long this demo is, by the way, guys, so I'm gonna try and cut this up into probably 20-30 minute chunks kind of thing, if needed.
Are we rolling? All right, let's go.
Graphics aren't
Get out of the
horrible.
way.
Allocating a little bit of a
It's loud.
compression because I am streaming this from my Xbox to my
After
PC,
you.
but I mean, graphics
So,
are alright.
Why are we in hell this time?
They're not brilliant,
You ever
they're
prep?
alright.
What's the prep? Shitty house, spooky sounds? Ooh, is it haunted? Fuck me. I was an anchor, you know?
Weekend sub, Pete. Not anchor.
What's that?
Nothing.
What's the story, Andre?
Abandoned farmhouse, missing family, foul play suspected. The usual.
So this is the house we just woke up in.
How long do you
and
say this
yeah,
place has been
that is
abandoned?
the cabinet we found
3
this
years.
actual tape in.
Clancy, get a shot of this. Let's make a great cutaway. So, Hillbilly Joe and his family go missing.
Not hillbillies, the Bakers. Jack and Marguerite Baker. And they were quiet, not backward. A lot of bad rumors about their son, Lucas. Bad seed, apparently.
Ah, shit! I know I should have worn my good shoes. Oh, shit.
Okay, we can't go
Glad I
that
had my
way.
shots. Although, this would make a great backdrop. Andre, what do you think? Andre? Andre! Andre!
Andre.
Clancy, you see where Andre went?
Clancy.
Where is he?
So I guess that's why there was a nice invisible
Unfucking
wall there.
believable. This is the last time I work with that guy. I mean, producers, they come and go, but a good cameraman like you, Clancy, you stick with me.
Sorry, I'm not actually like bored with this. I'm just tired, so forgive the yawning.
What the fuck was that?
What the fuck?
Did you hear that? Andre? Where the fuck is he?
This should be the room we actually started. Yeah, it is. So this is the room we started in. The
Andre, where are
VCR is
you, man?
not on the TV. Piano's still there. And that fuse is still missing.
What the hell?
So I guess the whole point of this video is to just show us this shortcut
You gotta be
here.
fucking kidding me.
Shortcut or hidden
All right, new deal.
something.
We find Andre and we go. I mean, fuck this show.
Fuck this show, man. Come on. Yeah, I know how to crouch. Go on. Okay.
You first. Need a nice hero shot of me coming down the ladder. So, you first.
Okay, how do you... Okay, just walk up to it.
What do you see? What is it?
basement, motherfucker. No. Okay, that's not creepy or anything. It's very, Blair Witch Project. I guess we have to, yep. Kind of reminiscent of Resident Evil 1, if you guys ever played that or remember it, when you first get control and you go through that room and then find a zombie eating one of your friends. I shall dash you against the stones. Because I totally wouldn't have noticed someone coming up behind me and putting a note in front of me while I was watching this TV or anything, but hey. So I am guessing, yep, there you go. I'm wondering how this is going to work in VR, because if you're still walking around with the controller, I don't know how that's going to work, if that's just not going to be completely barf-inducing. It's been my experience with VR, It's been my experience with VR that anything that lets you teleport around is usually fine, but stuff where you're actually walking, whether it be with like a controller or just by pressing the motion control sticks, is kind of barf inducing. Click, click. I don't know about you guys, but I am just expecting this to turn into a jump scare fest, and I'm not down with that. We did get a backdoor key, which I assume is going to be that red door where we got the cutters. Oh, handgun ammo, so I guess we do get a handgun at some point. Talk about bloody diarrhea. And there's no water in the tank, okay. Guessing this place is like a crack house or something. That's totally where I keep my bike too, in the bloody bathtub. Looks like we could fit something into it, so we need to find a crank, I'm guessing. So this is looking like it is going to be a bit of a return to form and more like puzzle than just straight up action, which I'm totally down for, don't get me wrong. But yeah. So far, this is looking not too bad. So, what are we still looking for? We need some way to flush this, which I assume is going to just be by doing that. We do have the key for the back door. We're still looking for a fuse, and we do have handgun bullets, so I assume, like I said, we're going to probably get a handgun at some point, right? Still no jump scares, which I'm kind of happy with. Okay. What the fuck do you want me to do with a blank book? One thing I never liked in Resident Evil was the limited inventory, so I don't know if that's back or not. It looks like it, and it looks like I only have one slot left, but... Oh no, locked door. I assume we don't have the key for that now. So I assume we have to go all the way back and go to that back door, which we should have the key for now, so that would be the bathroom. I'm still just expecting something to jump out and like scream at us, which will probably make me jump, but it's not something I enjoy. I don't like jump scares. It's just cheap. There's definitely something up there somewhere. Yeah, jump scares are just, they always just feel super cheap to me. It's the like cheap, easy way to like scare people. And there you go. Stuff like that, I don't mind. Stuff like that, I quite enjoy. I'm more of like into like psychological horror and stuff that's just like suspense and it's just gonna keep you going. So I assume... I'm hoping that's like one box of ammo and not one freaking bullet. But like I said, if there's no shooting in this game, I'm fine with that.
Welcome to the family.
I'm fine if it's just puzzles and there's not really any shooting. I enjoy those games too. I just don't want a game like Outlast, which you're completely defenseless. Okay, so that's how we got kidnapped.
We gotta get the hell out of here.
So I have no idea who was supposed to be in this game. And there's a guy behind you. You're dead. I hope that's not the end of the demo, because if it is, I just cut this into 2 videos for no bloody reason. Okay. That was the entire demo. Okay. So that's the bad ending. I don't know how you get other endings. I might have to Google that, and I don't see what we could have done different, to be honest. That was literally the whole demo. That is kind of disappointing. I don't know how you could have gotten any kind of other ending than that, because I don't see what we could have done differently. It was so limited. So I don't know if that's just... Well, actually, no, it has to be... Interesting. Well, there you go. Cut this into 2 videos for no reason, so I might just edit this all together. Because, yeah. So we're going to stop that here. I'm going to go look up how you can get different endings.